I am Dr. Gandhali Kharge, your teacher for Organizational Behavior Unit 2, which is micro perspective of organizational behavior. In this unit, we are going to discuss about the foundation of individual's behavior, personality, perception, attitude, values and beliefs, and how these factors are having impact on the behavior so that the manager can study the behavior of an individual in these terms, as well as he can manage the performance, he can identify the abilities, capacities of an individual so that he can take the decision related which kind of the job and duties and responsibilities should be given to an individual. In this video, we are going to discuss about the foundation of an individual behavior. Generally, there are 4 factors which are having impact on the behavior of an individual. First is a biographical factors, second is a psychological factors, third is environmental factors, and fourth is organizational factors. Now let's consider one by one. First is a personal biographical factors. These factors contains gender, age, education, abilities and marital status. Now gender is having profound impact on the behavior at the workplace. It affects one's turnover as well as the absenteeism of a firm. It is also having impact on the turnover and absenteeism. Suppose after the maternity leave, if an female employee is joining the organization again, it is obvious that working mother may frequently take the leave for her child. So therefore, we can say that there is a difference between the reasons of absenteeism due to the gender. Working mother, it was just an example, but male candidate also have their own reasons, their own family responsibilities for the absenteeism. Due to the gender difference, the physical abilities, mental abilities as well as the sincerity at the workplace, taking breaks during the working hours, such parameters can be changed. So we can say that the gender is having impact on the individual behavior at the workplace. Second is the age. This factor is having impact on the performance, on the turnover, on the absenteeism. We can say that the old age workers may have less productivity than younger ones, as the physical capacity is declined due to the when person get old. On the other point of view, the younger generation is quite techno savvy than the older one, but it does not mean that the organization should not have the old age employee at the workplace, because their analytical point of view, their experience at the workplace, their knowledge level is quite higher than younger ones. So we can say that the manager should have the proper blend of the old age as well as younger people at the workplace. Third is an education. Both the level and the type of education having impact on the individual's behavior. The highly educated employee can have more expectations regarding the salary from the organization, and so he or she may have the higher level of the knowledge and skill, accordingly the demand from the organization. When we consider the lower level employees that are blue collar, or we can say the workers to them, mostly focus on the monetary benefits from the organization. So we can say that the educational level having impact on the behavior of the employees. The type of education of an individual receive also the effect of his or her behavior. It can be from the arts, commerce, social sciences, engineering, medical field, even from the management. So we can say that the different education is having impact on the behavior at the workplace because of their set of skill, their knowledge level and their expectations are different. Therefore, their performance at the workplace is different just because of their educational level and as well as the type of education. Next is the abilities. Generally, there are 2 types of abilities. First is the intellectual and second is the physical. These 2 types of abilities define the set of skill of employees or an individual. Abilities needed to perform mental activities are called as intellectual abilities. These abilities are having 4 dimensions. First is a number aptitude, second is a verbal comprehensions, third is a perceptual speed, and fourth is a reasoning. Let's understand by the example. Number aptitude can be used in the job of accountant for the computing the sales tax on the set of atoms. Verbal comprehensions can be used by the plant manager for the following the corporate policies. Perceptual speed can be used by the fire investigators to identify the clues support to charge arson. And inductive reasoning is majority used by the market researcher for the forecasting of the demands of a particular product in the market. Now let's understand the physical abilities. These are again divided into strength factors, flexibility factors and other factors. Now these strength factors are having dynamic strength, trunk strength, static strength and explosive strength. Dynamic strength is the ability to exert the muscle force repeatedly over the time. Trunk strength is ability to exert the muscle strength using the trunk muscle. Static strength is ability to exert the force against the external objects, while explosive strength is ability to expand the maximum of the energy in one or series of explosive arc. Now flexible factors are generally divided into 2 types of external flexibility and dynamic flexibility. External flexibility is ability to move the trunk and back muscles as far as possible. Dynamic flexibility is the ability to move rapid and repeated flexible movements, while other factors are body coordination, balance and stamina. Now body coordination is ability to coordinate the simultaneous actions of the different parts of the body. Balance is the ability to maintain the equilibrium despite of the force pulling off. Stamina is ability to continue the maximum efforts required prolonged over the time. By understanding the physical abilities, mental abilities, manager can take the decision regarding what kind of job has to be assigned to an individual so that he can perform with the 100% of him and the teamwork can be properly done. Now next personal biographical factor is marital status. There are not enough studies to state the concrete relationship between the employees and its marital status and his or her behavior at the workplace, but it is believed that the marital status of employees are having impact at the work. It is believed that the married employees have fewer absence, undergoes less turnover and are more satisfied with their job than the unmarried co-workers. On the other hand, in the small scale industries in Indian context generally, they preferred the married employees, especially female, because after the marriage there is possibility the female employees will leave the job and change their location and employees turnover will be get higher. Now let's understand the psychological factors. It includes personality, perception, attitude, values and learning. We are going to learn about the personality, perception, attitude and values in detail in the consecutive videos. So here I am going to just clear the concept very shortly. First is the personality. Now personality doesn't mean that how the person look physically, but it is what thoughts he carries, how positively he is thinking and how does it reflects in front of the others. Personality includes all the factors from the childhood. It may be the national culture, it may be the family culture, it may be the environment in which he has grown. So the personality is nothing but the combination of the person's ability as well as his thinking capacities and his understanding. The second one is a perception. It means giving meaning to the environment surroundings. In short, the perception means how person receives, understand and interpret the information or the sense which he got from the environment. Perception depend on the sensory raw data, yet it involves the cognitive process that includes the filtering, modifying and even changing these sensations of a raw data to make the sense out of them. In another word, the perceptual process add or subtract from the sensory world. It The good example of the perception is optical illusion images. Two different persons can give the different meaning for the same picture. If you search online for the optical illusion images, you will get n number of images. Then next is an attitude. Attitude are the evaluative statements. They respond one's feeling, either it may be favorable or unfavorable to a person, object or an event. In the other words, attitude reflects how one feel about something. It may be positive or it may be negative way. Attitude of a person affects by the perception in terms of the behavior of a person, thus underline the need for the manager to understand the different types of attitudes and their formation, how attitude get formed and what causes of the changes in the attitude. These all things we are going to learn in upcoming videos. I hope here you have cleared the concept of attitude. The next is values. Values are general beliefs tinged with the normal flavor containing and the individual's judgment, ideas about what is right, what is wrong and what is desirable. In other words, the answer to the question what is right or wrong or good or bad are the values. In the way values are basis of the ethical behavior of a person, like attitude, individual may have the numerous values. The values which is most important, that is the in case of values, it is most important that values are learned. These changes as the individuals grow and becomes the mature. As the values changes, individuals behavior also get changes. The next psychological factor is learning. Learning is not related with the educational qualification only or the training and development facilities which are provided by the organization to an individual, but these learning means the permanent change in behavior as a result of a experience. Generally, the learning happens through the experience of a person. The person interprets that experience and retain the same in the memory, and he gives the meaning to the similar kind of event which occurs in the future and behave like that, which is called as a learning. Now next, so dear learners, we have discussed two factors which are having impact on the behavior of an employee, that is nothing but the personal biographical factors and second is the psychological factors. So personal biographical factors that are totally related with the physical abilities and mental abilities which are by natural in the person that are having, but in psychological factors we have learned the things which are present in the person itself as well as which are comes from the environment, that are nothing but the psychological factors. So in next video we are going to discuss about the environmental factors and the organizational factors which are having impact on the behavior. So till that, bye bye.